last Wednesday of the month, right here on KBST.
This is the TFB Radio Network. I'm Gary Joyner, and this is Focus on Agriculture. A drought that has tortured Texas farmers and ranchers for almost 4 years seems to be diminishing if you look at the latest Texas drought report from the Texas Water Development Board. The report indicates that 58% of the state remains in moderate to exceptional drought. That's still a big part of the state, but the figure is 5 percentage points lower than last week. Southwest Farm Press reports that drought conditions continue to exert a tight grip on the Panhandle and the Wichita Falls areas, where extreme to exceptional drought status remains over a significant area, but the size of those exceptional drought locations has diminished in recent weeks. Also, across the Texas High Plains and Rolling Plains, severe drought status is displacing some of the extreme to exceptional drought conditions. Abnormally dry to moderate drought also covers more of the state than in recent weeks, improvement over the severe to extreme conditions that have persisted through much of the spring and summer. A large chunk of East Texas is now drought-free following several weeks of scattered rainfall events. Much of Central Texas is now considered abnormally dry, as is large portions of South Texas, including the Rio Grande Valley. Several valley counties are now drought-free. Most of far west Texas is considered in moderate drought to just abnormally dry. The numbers for the state are 58% of the state in moderate to exceptional drought. That's down from 63% last week, 69% from 3 months ago, and 93% this time last year. The report also shows that reservoir levels in Texas have not improved significantly, remaining relatively flat.
So there I was, just minding my own business when a hit and run. This guy came out of nowhere. Bam! And he just kept going. Thankfully, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance was there with the right auto coverage for how and where I drive. So I was on my way in no time to witness the hit and run that really mattered.
Now that's a moment worth covering. So call 877 Farm Bureau. You could save up to 40% on your auto insurance.
Discounts may vary by situation.
Did you know your Checkoff is sharing the benefits of beef with millennials through social media? Did you know your Beef Checkoff helped get 6 extra lean cuts certified as heart healthy by the American Heart Association? Did you know your Checkoff is helping us set new U.S. beef export records? While you manage your operation, your Beef Checkoff is working hard to keep beef top of mind with consumers here and around the world. Get to know your Checkoff and start sharing the facts at mybeefcheckoff.com, funded by the Beef Checkoff.
More information about the latest Texas drought report can be found on the website of the Texas Water Development Board. This has been Focus on Agriculture. I'm Gary Joyner, and we are the TFB Radio Network.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right, showtime.
Showtime.
It's showtime.
It's showtime.
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 Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right?
Hurry up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the Morning with Gooney.
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
And Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready?
I think crazy what I'm about to say.
Good morning and welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Tuesday, August the 5th, 6:25 here at the K-Best Studios. Gooney here with you this morning, getting you up and on your way. Charles Sagona's with us this morning.
What's going on?
It's going. We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
Heather looking a little nervous.
I'm not nervous at all.
I'm going to do an impression of Heather from later on.
Nope, I'm not. I'm not going to scream. I don't.
That's what you think.
Okay, I'm
Are you
not.
ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
She is ready.
I'm so excited.
What time are you going up? You're going up this morning, right?
Yep.
In the hang glider.
She told me to be there at 7:40.
Man, that's going to be awesome.
Hey, Gooney, I got word that yesterday Heather was practicing.
Yeah.
And we have audio of it. She didn't know we recorded it, but we have audio of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, let's hear that real quick. You ready? Let's hear that.
Stop.
And you know what's bad? They never left the ground.
I don't even remember this taking place. Where was I? Was I that freaked out that I don't remember?
Yeah. Wow. That's right. The U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition is going down right now at the Big Spring Air Park. Heather's going to go down there today and broadcast from the air.
Heather in the air.
Power to you. Go ahead.
I'm ready. I'm so excited.
You know, I was talking with Lori Coker yesterday, who is one of the drivers for one of the hang gliding teams, and she just found it in the classifieds. She was just looking one day and it's on there. She'd never even gone to the competition, but I was talking with her yesterday, and she was talking about how one of the guys crashed a couple of days ago, I guess on Sunday, how they were all coming in and landing, and she said that he just came into land and everything looked normal, and then he just took a dip. Like the wind just caught them, and they just dipped and just went straight down into the ground.
You know, Gooney, you're my friend and everything. Like, you really are. But I want to punch you in the face right now.
Ruining your morning right now. Nah,
Stop.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. It'll be fun. That's going to be exciting. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm jealous.
Well, if I crash, at least I don't have to come back to work.
True that.
No, that's not true. We're going to go to Scenic Mountain and pick you up afterwards. Wheel you in, and we'll have you do your work anyway.
Is traffic that important?
Yes.
It is.
Unless you land in traffic, and then.
Yeah.
It's still kind of important.
It's still pretty important. Might even be more important at that point.
Hey guys, yesterday something happened. We had an accident that happened about 5 miles south of Big Spring.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there was a minor injury in that accident. An 18-wheeler clipped the trailer and overturned.
Yeah.
But one of the funny things was I started receiving photos of a bunch of people picking up beer.
Yeah.
And this was a Bud Light truck.
Right.
And so they were kind of salvaging things, and they sent some photos in. And our Kayla K actually got some great photos that are up on our Facebook page. And there's an entire tow truck full of Bud Light.
Yeah. I heard there were a couple by the end of the day. Like Christine said that she was driving by, and there was 2 just full tow trucks.
Yeah.
Just the whole bed just full of beer.
I can't imagine what that smelled like.
Oh.
Horrible, and it was so hot out there. Oh no.
But some of the comments on Facebook were just great.
It was
party foul.
Yeah, that is the ultimate party foul, is wrecking the beer truck.
Do you get punched for something like that? Like,
yeah.
I think one of my favorites is guy filing his report. He said, "You know what? Unfortunately, we were only to save about 3 cases. The rest of them ended up at his house. I don't know."
Yeah, right.
We'll just write it off.
Hey, there you go. That's one way.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, that was insane. Check out those pictures. Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/KBest957. Also, join the KBest Club by going to KBestMedia.com. Whenever you get there, just click on Club. Join the club. We're going to be giving away some more tickets this morning to the Music and Madness tour that's coming to Big Spring this Thursday. We'll be giving away a family 4-pack, but you have to know the secret word of the day. So sign up for the K-Best Club, and then click on the secret word of the day, and then listen in whenever we ask for the secret word. Be the first to call.
Guess I better put that up, right?
Yeah, I might need to do
It's not changed from yesterday.
Yeah.
Give it about 10 minutes.
There we go. There we go. Hey, we got local news coming up on KBST AM and FM.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
Lonnie Edwards of Toledo puts paint on a canvas, then has chickens walk on it to create claw art.
I was sort of low on supply of chicken, so I borrowed 3 from my neighbor, and I put them in with my hands, and that was a mistake. They fought. I really came out with some wild paintings that time.
Weekdays at 8:15 a.m. on KBST.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Garen Skates with your K-Best Radio Group News. It's Tuesday, August the 5th. The time is 6:31, and it's 76 degrees. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. Paul Bernard Hildreth, who is awaiting arraignment in the Howard County Detention Center on charges of burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit assault and attempting to elude a police officer, had his bond set at a total of $46,000. Hildreth, a registered sex offender, was arrested on charges that he entered a woman's home and was discovered inappropriately touching her 6-year-old daughter. From our news partners at CBS 7, one person was injured after a crash in Howard County earlier yesterday morning. The crash occurred on Highway 87 about 5 miles south of Big Spring. According to Midland DPS, the driver of an 18-wheeler clipped a truck that was towing a trailer. The 18-wheeler then tried controlling and correcting the skid, but instead rolled over and landed on its side. The driver of the 18-wheeler was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The search continues for the suspect in the assault and stabbing of an 85-year-old Big Spring woman. The suspect is believed to be 6 foot tall and 200 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS. That's 432-263-8477. There is a $20,000 reward for the arrest and indictment of the suspect in this case. The sketch of the suspect can be seen on kbestmedia.com. If you are the parent or guardian of a Big Spring ISD student in grades 1 through 5, please stop by the elementary campus that the student will be attending this fall before August the 15th and bring proof of residency. Any monthly bill or bank statement with a street address will work. Meet the teacher night for all elementary campuses will be Thursday, August the 21st. Contact the registration office at 264-3622. Keep Big Spring beautiful, and HEB invite everyone to join them to help in the beautifying efforts at Comanche Trail Lake. They're asking volunteers to meet at 9 a.m. Saturday, August the 23rd at the Dora Roberts Community Center. You are asked to bring rakes and gloves. Call Peggy Hopper at 214-773-6775 for more information. Leadership Big Spring has announced that their first class will be September the 11th. Applications that have gone out by mail are due back to the Chamber of Commerce by August 15th. Space is limited, so if you need an application, call the Chamber office today at 263-7641. United States Congressman Randy Nagebauer will hold a town hall meeting in Big Spring today at 3 p.m. in the Hall Center for the Arts on the Howard College campus. The town hall meeting is the first of 9 and part of America Speaking Out, an effort to increase dialogue between Americans and Congress. The public is encouraged to attend, and the congressman is also scheduled to be at today's Rotary meeting, which does meet at Howard College. Governor Rick Perry has announced the state is offering $2.3 million from the Texas Enterprise Fund to bring SpaceX's commercial rocket launch facility to Cameron County, contingent upon final approval of local agreements and receipt of additional required permits. This facility will purportedly create 300 jobs and place $85 million in capital investment into the local economy. There was little change in the drought conditions from last week, with a decrease in statewide reservoir storage, which undid the gains from the previous week. Drought statistics show that 58% of the state is currently in a moderate to exceptional drought stage, compared to 88% a year ago. Also, there is an 80% chance of El Nino developing this fall and early winter. Just in time for back-to-school shopping, the Texas sales tax holiday is August 8th through 10th. The law exempts most clothing, footwear, school supplies, and backpacks priced under $100 from sales and use taxes, which could save shoppers about $8 on every $100 they spend. Texas Comptroller Susan Combs estimates shoppers will save nearly $83 million in state and local sales taxes. Join some of our K-Best personality at this Saturday's Relay for Life event with Men in Black. The Sid Richardson Carbon and Energy Team Brisket and Beans Cook-Off will be held at the Big Spring Eagles Lodge. Entries are to be turned in by 4 p.m., and plates will be available to carry out for a donation. There is also a beanbag tournament with team signups beginning at noon and play beginning at 2 p.m. So head on out this Saturday to the Big Spring Eagles Lodge for Relay for Life, a good cause, and say hello to some of our K-Best personalities. In local obituaries, Paul Merrill, age 61 of Big Spring, died Saturday, August the 2nd. Private family services will be at a later date. Arrangements are under the direction of Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Funeral services for Dina Kadeen Walden, age 97, will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home in Big Spring. Visitation is prior to the service from 10 a.m. until noon. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. Betty Ruth Green, age 85 of Big Spring, formerly of Jal, New Mexico, died Friday, August the 1st. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Jal Church of Christ in Jal, New Mexico. Interment will follow at the Jal Cemetery. The family suggests memorials to the Alzheimer's Association Greater West Texas chapter. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. The KBS News Time is 6:38. This portion of your news is brought to you by Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. We'll be back with sports and weather right after this.
I'm Casey Welch Baker. More families than ever are making funeral arrangements in advance. By pre-planning, you save your family from having to make decisions at a difficult time, and it gives you peace of mind. At Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home and Crematory, my dad, Tommy Welch, and I believe one of the most thoughtful gifts you can give your family takes no more than your time. Contact Nally Pickle and Welch, 267-6331, or visit us at npwelch.com for a free brochure on pre-planning.
Your KBST news time is 6:38. It's 76 degrees on the outside. Now we're going to take it to our KBST sports director, Gooney.
Thanks, Garen. The Texas Rangers had their game cut short last night due to a rainout in the 7th inning in Chicago against the White Sox. The Sox got the win 5-3. Game 2 of that 3-game series from Chicago tonight with the first pitch at 7:10. And as always, that game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros traveled to Philadelphia today to take on the Phillies after a night off last night. That first pitch is at 6:05. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds begin their 3-game series against Tulsa at home tonight. That first pitch is at 6:30 from Citibank Ballpark in Midland. And in local sports, the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition is now underway at the Big Spring Air Park. The competition will continue throughout the week, and you may keep up with the competition by using the live tracking tool through the link at kbestmedia.com. I got the chance to speak with Lori Coker, one of the drivers for one of the hang gliding teams yesterday. The National Hang Gliding Competition is well underway at the Big Spring Air Park. Day 2 of the competition included a long task with the pass over Andrews and finished back in Big Spring. I got the chance to speak with Lori Coker, a Big Spring native and driver for one of the hang gliding crews.
I listen to the radio and they call in with their coordinates and tell me where they're at. And if for some reason if they go down, then I know punch in the GPS and take off.
I spoke with Lori about how she got involved with the competition.
Found them classifieds and a job posting for hang gliders and drivers, and I called them.
Not only was this Lori's first year to be involved with the competition, this was her first time attending, and she definitely plans on returning.
Watch them take off. That's the most, it's all fascinating, but I had no idea. I'll be here every year from now on.
Lori even had some advice for the rest of the community and shares her favorite part of the event with KBST.
Everything is awesome, and more people need to come watch.
For more information and to keep up with the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition here in Big Spring, go to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney and the KBS Sports Center.
Thank you, Gooney. And a look at your Howard County weather. Mostly sunny skies today. A high around 92 degrees. Winds continue out of the southeast from 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer, a high around 96. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a low around 75. On Thursday, more sunshine and warmer temperatures, a high around 98 degrees. And Thursday night, partly cloudy skies, and a low around 75. It's currently 75 degrees on the outside. Coming up, it's more of Gooney in the Morning.
A farmer was showing his visiting city-dwelling friend around his farm. "Watch this," he said. He gave a whistle and his little dog came running from the house, herded the cattle into the corral, and latched the gate with her paw. "Wow, that's some dog. What's her name?" The forgetful farmer thought for a minute and then asked, "What do you call that red flower that smells good and has thorns on the stem? A rose?" he said. "That's it." The farmer turned to his wife. "Hey, Rose, what do we call this dog?" "I am Mark Lindsay, pastor of First Baptist Church for Look Up and Live." Funny how we forget things, isn't it? But I am not so sure God finds it all that funny. When we read about the children of Israel and their journeys through the wilderness for 40 years, we see how God provided wonderful miracles for them, feeding them daily with manna, guiding them by a pillar of fire by night and a cloud by day, parting the Red Sea. Yet, over time, those miracles just became commonplace and they began to take them for granted. Even though God has done many miracles in our lives, we still get anxious when things are not going quite the way we hope. Think of all God has done in your life and remember the joy you felt. We need to relive that joy today. The miracle of God's new birth is in us, and the many other miracles God has done are not ones to be quickly forgotten. We need to relive them daily. Spend some time remembering the miracles the Father has done in your life and strive to trust Him for the trials you face today.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did. He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
Hi, I'm Ellie, Bridgestone Innovation Engineer, and I hate flat tires. I mean, there's never a good time for one, right? That's why we engineered our new Drive Guard tire to take a puncture and keep driving up to 50 miles, and up to 50 miles per hour. So now if I get a flat, I can keep my cool and keep going. Bridgestone Drive Guard. Continue your journey.
Your Bridgestone dealer is Franklin & Son, with locations in Big Spring, Stanton, and La Mesa. Franklin & Son.
And then the swamp monster moves through.
Sir, unzip this tent.
Oh, yes, officer, is there something wrong?
Yes, sir, you're in a tent.
What's wrong with that?
Sir, you're in front of McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, the kids and I want to be the first ones to get a delicious big breakfast with hotcakes at McDonald's. Scrambled eggs, a biscuit, sausage patty,
sir,
hash browns, and hotcakes. It's a breakfast for everyone to love.
Sir, can I wait with you?
Price and participation may vary. When you combine juicy beef patties with enough jalapenos to power a rocket to Jupiter, you expect the price to be astronomical as well. Instead, you get one of the best values on Earth, and a new movement is born, Econom-Nom-Nomics, where impossibly good food and low prices can coexist in the universe. The Jalapeno Double. Try it now for just $2 on McDonald's Dollar Menu and more. It's Econom-Nom-Nomical. Nom, 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 nom. Prices and participation may vary.
Coming to theaters near you, the hottest movie of the summer. Wait, wrong voice track. You're listening to Gooney in the Morning on KBST.
Welcome back. Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Tuesday, August the 5th, 6:45 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. I want to give a shout out to everyone that's listening in Snyder this morning. Shout out to Garen's crew. Garen's Skate doing the news for us right now. Charles, going in the house with us?
Free food.
Yep.
Free food Tuesday.
What? He was waiting so long so he could just jump in and say that, and then he blew it.
Come out. Didn't come out.
We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
That's all right.
Seemed like a good idea at the time and just didn't come out.
Charles, I understand. Words are hard in the morning, aren't
They are.
They're really hard. That's awesome. Oh, remember we got those. We do have those tickets that we'll be giving away later. Be sure to sign up for the K-Best Club at kbestmedia.com. And like Charles was trying to say, we got free food Tuesday coming up.
Hey, and we do have a secret word of the day up on the website, brand new.
There we go. Go check it
And
out.
it's a cool one, too.
Is it?
You probably want to go see it.
Yeah.
Somebody calls up and tells us what it is. We can talk about what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there
So
you go.
go
check
take
it
a
out.
look,
Go check it
guys.
out because I want to talk about
It's
it.
relevant.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. That's what I like to
It's
hear.
not just a random word.
Yeah, it's actually relevant a little bit.
Yes.
Guys, I'm getting excited because football season is underway. We had our first a preseason game the other day.
Right.
And I know this isn't a whole lot of big news in the area, but it is to me. I have to mention it real quick. The Bengals did re-sign their quarterback yesterday, Andy Dalton, for 6 years.
I'm so sorry, Gooney.
Yeah.
Dude, hang on. I brought this entire conversation up just so I could do this, just so I could prove this point, because you keep talking about how Andy Dalton isn't that great. Andy Dalton, for the last season and the past overall 2 years, he has come in third.
Right.
As the third quarterback with the most touchdown passes behind Peyton Manning and Drew Brees.
When you're always losing, you're going to throw that
How do
much.
you always lose?
Hold on.
How do you always lose?
Hold on.
How do you always lose?
Behind Drew Brees.
Drew Brees has been playing
That's how that
football for a
goes.
lot longer.
It doesn't matter.
He's a
Still
Hall of Fame
behind
quarterback.
him.
My point is that my 3-year quarterback is right behind a Hall of Fame quarterback in third.
Well, yeah, when you have to throw the ball all the time, you're going to be there on stats.
Hey, you can't.
I don't think I've ever seen him run a play.
Hey, you know what else is going on in the NFL right now?
Playoffs.
No.
The Cowboys. I was catching up with them yesterday on their training camp, and they're having a pretty feisty training camp. Des Bryant got in a fight yesterday, and he goes, "We're always family," and you know what? But yeah, fights. Atlanta is practicing Tennessee this weekend, and of course, Atlanta's on HBO's Hard Knocks, and I think that's coming on this week, the first episode. But their center got kicked out for fighting yesterday for Atlanta.
Really?
What's wrong with everybody?
It's getting chippy. Getting chippy.
Yeah, it is. Wow. Too much testosterone thrown around in those locker rooms. Need to calm down a little bit. NFL guys.
They need to get out and play some games.
Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Hit somebody else for a change.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Some of these guys are too eager.
Yeah, and Two-A-Days has kicked off in the area for one of our local teams and stuff. I know volleyball.
Football and volleyball.
Volleyball's got their 2-a-day workouts going on. Football has theirs going on.
And I bet band's doing 2-a-days right now as well.
They got their band camp. I drove by the high school yesterday at Big Spring and saw they were starting to pull everything out there in the band field and get everything ready. I called and talked to a couple of the area coaches, called over and talked with the coach there at Stanton High School and out there at Sands High School, and they got their 2-a-days underway. They said everything's looking good. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to try to get some interviews with all these area schools just to see what we can look forward to the upcoming season, because I know I'm pumped.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
I'm ready.
Hey, speaking of schools, yesterday we got notice that if you have a child in grades 1 through 5 that's going to be attending Big Spring ISD, one of the elementary schools, and you haven't done this yet, you need to stop by and bring proof of residency, and it's needed before your kid can actually go to school.
Yeah, that's very important. Get that taken care of. I know I still got to go get Kellen registered.
Yeah, George Bancroft dropped this off. He also let us know Meet the Teacher Night for all the elementary campuses. They're going to be Thursday, August 21st.
Oh, wow. And it's coming up quick.
Yeah, school's about to be here.
My son's about to start kindergarten. I want to broadcast live while I'm dropping him off on his first day of school. I think that'll be something cool.
Nobody wants to hear you cry.
Yeah, because Kellen's going to be like, bye, Dad. And you're going to be like, Kellen.
My buddy. My buddy.
You know what? My wife got emotional the first time my kid went to school.
Yeah.
And it's just I don't know. I didn't feel what she felt.
Yeah. See, I don't know. Like, whenever I think about it, I'm like, man, it's gone by so fast. Because it flies by whenever you think about it like that. Yeah, I'm going to cry.
You know what I felt?
No,
I've rewound. I went back to that. I felt, I was, have you ever seen the meme of the kid who's like, yes?
Nailed it.
I think he was eating sand at the time, but he's like, yes. You could do a meme with mine and no daycare expenses anymore. Because I think we were paying like $500 a month on daycare.
See, that's what's crazy. Daycare is very, very, very.
So
very
go to public school so
That's right.
I don't have to pay daycare.
Nailed it. That's right. Yeah,
I think he was eating sand or something.
That's what I'm excited about. Getting some free public daycare.
and yes, that meme is the kid was actually eating sand. He had a fistful of sand and he was eating it. And that's where it came from.
And I was talking to Kellen about it the other day because I was going over they have the school supply list on a lot of the school websites right now, and I'd gone to 4 Cents website and printed off the school supply list because I try to get a head start because I'm usually so far behind. And I went and printed this thing out, and we were kind of going over it yesterday, and I was kind of telling Kellen about all the cool school supplies, getting them pumped up for school and all this, and we came across the kindergarten mat, the nap mat.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, I get to take naps in kindergarten." I'm like, "Why are you so excited? You don't take naps now. Like you're gonna go nap for somebody else now that I got you out of the house." But that's his plan.
But it's a group nap.
And that's what I told him. He better take advantage of.
It's like a sleepover.
This is his last time he's gonna get to sleep in school on purpose
and not get in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he might be able to do it in the future. Just get yelled
you
at
know
a few
what
times.
grinds my gears about school supply list? I'm probably gonna get some complaints.
Copyright on that.
Exactly. I'm probably gonna get some complaints about that. But I don't like how they put name brands on the school supplies.
Like Elmer's glue. Like you have to have Elmer's.
What's the difference between Elmer's and
Gooney, they want a pair of scissors that have name brands.
I saw that.
And my wife's a teacher, so I'm complaining. My wife said, "No, just shut up. We're gonna buy it.
Right.
It's just easier." And usually I would agree.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why one pair of scissors are better than the other pair of scissors.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Those scissors really aren't safety because I'll still cut myself on safety scissors.
That's true. You gotta have some safety scissors for the kiddos because Heather cuts herself with scissors.
But why do you need name brand
Yeah,
stuff?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like that. If there's certain scissors that have like a different safety feature.
Okay, how about glue? Glue is glue. Doesn't matter if you get Elmer's glue or Rose Art glue.
Good point.
I don't know which one tastes better, but
Elmer's really does.
Definitely Elmer's.
Yeah.
You look like a kid that may have eaten some paste in your life.
Look at the look on Gooney's face just told me that I got an idea. Whenever we were coming back, from New Braunfels the other day, I saw Miss Lippy at a convenience store. We had pulled over to use a
The one who
restroom.
eats glue in Billy
Yes,
Madison?
from Billy Madison. I swear to you, it was Miss Lippy. Like, it looked exactly like her. We pulled up, and I woke Christine up. I was like, look, it's Miss Lippy. And she was wiping sleep away from her eyes. She was like, who is Miss Lippy? And I'm like, don't you remember Billy Madison?
And that's what most of Big Spring this morning is saying. Who is Miss Lippy?
Yes.
We know.
The puppy that lost his way.
they're thinking back to when they went to school.
Yeah, who is Miss Lippy? I don't remember.
Recess is a teacher's special time.
Yeah, exactly. The puppy that lost his way. Yeah, I'm sorry I got so excited.
And then he's like, what happened to the puppy? What's going on?
I saw her in real life, and it was exciting. It was exciting, real exciting. Hey, be sure to get your birthdays and anniversaries in our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/KBest957. We'll read those live and on the air, along with the sweetheart of the day when we return. We got TSN coming up on Gooney in the Morning on KBST, AM and FM.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, and this is a pop quiz. How is insurance like fast food? Answer, for savings, the combo is the way to go. Yes, you want fries with that, and yes, you want to combine your auto and home policy with Farmers to save hungry. Hundreds. They got to stop scheduling these recording sessions so close to lunch.
If you want answers about saving money, you want a farmer's agent. We are insurance.
We are farmers.
Tommy Churchwell is your local farmer's agent carrying life, commercial, and oil field insurance at the Churchwell Agency, 2303 Goliad.
TSN News, I'm Mitch Carr. The EPA is holding a public session today in Galena Park. TSN's Kurt Lewis has the report.
The federal agency is considering tougher emissions controls for oil refineries. Dozens of people are expected to testify about living near the refineries, and the industry will talk about the financial burden of new rules. The EPA proposal would require refiners to place monitors to track emissions of the carcinogen benzene, upgrade storage tank emission controls, and regulate flaring. The suggested rules represent the federal agency's first attempt at monitoring refinery emissions. Kurt Lewis, TSN News.
Texas won the space race with SpaceX announcing it will build a rocket launch pad in Cameron County near Boca Chica Beach. The official word came from Governor Perry's office, with SpaceX's Elon Musk saying the project will create hundreds of jobs and inspire students. The mayor of Brownsville calls the decision a historical moment for the region and the state. The governor has said the state is offering $15 million. The facility is expected to pump $85 million in capital investment into the local economy. The Princeton Review is out with its rankings of the best 379 colleges, and there are some Texas schools there.
UT Austin made the list for having the 10th best health services for students and staff. Author Rob Franek says Southwestern University in Georgetown also made the list, ranking number 8 for best career services.
So many schools are doing such a superlative job about their career services centers, allowing students first year through senior to access the programs that are at those career services centers. And Southwestern University is doing a spectacular job in this regard.
Franek says, unfortunately, Southwestern ranked 11th for the worst food. Texas A&M ranked number 1 for most conservative students, and Rice University ranked number 2 for best quality of life. In Austin, Diane Hodges, TSN News.
A megachurch in Amarillo expanding again. The Amarillo Globe News reports Hillside Christian Church is merging with a California megachurch. Adventure Christian in Roseville, California, becomes Hillside's 8th location and increases Hillside's total weekly attendance to more than 13,000. 2 men are being questioned in Willacy County in an incident that left an off-duty Border Patrol agent dead and his father wounded. Javier Vega Jr. was killed Monday while fishing in the Santa Monica area. A Border Patrol spokesman says Vega was armed. The robbers apparently opened fire after noticing the weapon. The Willacy County Sheriff has said similar holdups have happened involving people who were out fishing. The Rangers lost a rain-shortened game to the White Sox 5-3. They play in Chicago again today, while the Astros start an interleague series in Philadelphia. This is TSN News.
Hey everybody, Rachel Ray here. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face than cooking up a big meal for the whole family and lots of friends. But there's not enough room at my table for the 17 million kids in our country who struggle with hunger. That's why the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks collects surplus food to give hope to hungry kids. But they can't do it without your help. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council. Who might you save?
Your mother, your father, your husband, uncle, aunt, son.
Learn FAST, F-A-S-T, the sudden signs of a stroke. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. You could save
your friend, teacher, boss.
So learn FAST, then pass it on, because you never know who might save you.
Your wife, your colleague.
Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
A chartered plane is on its way to Atlanta now with Nancy Wrightball, an American aid worker stricken with Ebola in Liberia. Once on the ground, she'll be taken to a special isolation unit at Emory University Hospital. Her colleague, Dr. Kent Brantley, is already there being treated. Both are using an experimental serum never tested for safety in humans. President Obama planning to announce today that U.S. businesses are committing $14 billion to invest in the African continent. The president will appear at the U.S.-Africa Business Forum in Washington, bringing together African heads of state and American business leaders looking for ways to boost economic ties. The gathering comes on the second day of a summit involving nearly 50 African heads of state. I'm Mitch Carr on the Texas State Radio Network. This is TSN.
With news every hour, this is KBST AM and FM, Big Spring.
Here's the latest from ABC News. I'm Richard Davies. After widespread destruction, hundreds of deaths, thousands of injuries, Israel and Hamas have agreed on a 3-day ceasefire. ABC's Terry Moran's in Gaza.
The question now is what was accomplished by either side. Israel will say it destroyed a network of tunnels and depleted Hamas's rocket capacity, but Hamas will build those tunnels again, most likely, and get more rockets. And Hamas will say that it demonstrated to Israel that it could shoot rockets all over its territory, and Israel will come back and stop them again. The real fear is that this is just one more chapter in the endless cycle here.
The Palestinians and Israelis are planning to hold peace talks in Cairo. An American missionary infected with the deadly Ebola virus in Liberia is expected to arrive in the U.S. today for treatment. Nancy Wrightbull will be taken to a hospital isolation unit in Atlanta's Emory University Hospital. Some are worried about Ebola. Dan Childs is with the ABC News Medical Unit.
The way to protect yourself, the worst thing that you can do is panic. To not go to the hospital because you're afraid that something's going to happen, or to worry about that flight. The chances of any Americans actually getting this from someone who is sick in the U.S. is very, very slim.
Nearly 1,000 people have died in West Africa from Ebola. Another drop for gas prices, falling 5 cents a gallon in the past week. Motorists are now paying less than they were a year ago. More price cuts could be coming.
The good news is here because of the exceptional performance we saw from refineries during the month of July. The output of refineries was really at record levels.
Analyst Greg Laskowski with GasBuddy. Federal prosecutors are looking into subprime auto loans. GM Finance says it's received a subpoena from the Justice Department. These loans are usually for borrowers with substandard credit histories. This is ABC News.
Attention homeowners, I'm Jay Farner, president of Quicken Loans, and I have some important information for you regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. We've told you about HARP in the past, and more than 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this money-saving program. But there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. And Quicken Loans is here to help you save your money. The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. If you weren't HARP eligible in the past, new guidelines could mean that now you are. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. It's simple and easy. And for 4 years in a row now, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Call 800-QUICKEN. That's 800-QUICKEN. Or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Payment example excludes taxes and insurance calls. For cost information, equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
Some passenger jets are dodging drones, pilots scrambling to avoid them and try and avoid a catastrophic accident. Here's ABC's David Curley.
In a statement, the FAA tells ABC News in the past 90 days there has been a small increase in the number of drone incidents in New York, possibly due to increased awareness, and that the agency encourages pilots to report these close calls. But our aviation source says as of Friday, controllers have been ordered to make a specific report each time a drone gets close to a jet.
David Curley. In the drilling industry, sand is becoming the new gold. Prices going up as mining companies increase fracking at oil and natural gas sites. Prices are expected to rise 30% this year for sand. The Labor Department says the networking services company LinkedIn has agreed to pay nearly $6 million in unpaid wages and damages to hundreds of current and former employees. Richard Davies, ABC News.
The Big Green Egg, the most versatile cooking device ever. Is it a grill? Is it an oven? Or a smoker? The answer is yes. You can sear steaks, chops, and fish with a flavor-packed crust unmatched by other grills. High-temperature steakhouse grilling, even at 750 degrees, is quick and easy. The Big Green Egg bakes bread, pizza, cookies, cakes better and quicker than your kitchen oven. You may never bake indoors again. Meals are more memorable when you roast a turkey or ham on a Big Green Egg. The moisture retention produces the most flavorful meat you have ever tasted. The construction of the egg allows for extreme flexibility at low heat or when used as a smoker. The egg gives the best results with turkey, ham, brisket, chicken, or ribs. Want a slow cook at low heat for 14 to 16 hours? No problem. Convenience is the name of the game. So stop in for a no-pressure shopping experience at Elrod's Furniture, Big Spring's oldest, largest, finest furniture store with the best brands and best prices at 2309 Scurry Street.
Hi, I'm Joyce at Choate Service. I know some witches. No, not Halloween witches. Water well witches. Choate Service has witches. If water is there, Choate Well Service can find it. For your water well needs, call us. Choate Well Service, 393-5231. We're the best in the business, and we have witches.
Right away in a Texas Edition Silverado from Pollard Chevrolet Buick Cadillac, 1501 East 4th Street. It's sleek. 20-inch chrome wheels, monochromatic door handles. It seats 5 comfortably and has under-seat storage. It's rugged, whether hauling furniture or equipment. It gets the job done in style. That's Texas style. Silverado with a big silver star. What a deal! Buy local, receive VIP treatment. The price is right at Pollard. A lot of truck for your buck. Compare and save cash and time. Drive only a mile for a smile. Right away today from Pollard Chevrolet.
This is where the cowboy rides away.
Chevrolet, find new roads.
Hello, I'm Larry McClellan, owner of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies, which has been serving Big Spring and Howard County for over 65 years. We've always strived to serve our hometown with exceptional service, competitive prices, and community service. We invite you to visit our 3 locations: Professional Pharmacy at 10th and Main, Leonard's Pharmacy at 7th and Scurry, and Westover Pharmacy on the corner of FM 700 and Westover. Enjoy the hometown service of Leonard's Family of Pharmacies.
I remember our old country home, clean, fresh air and flowers growing in the fields along the path beside our swimming hole. Mama hollering through the screen, would you kids like some homemade ice cream? That was such a simpler time and place. Bluebell tastes just like the good old days.
Ask any cow what her favorite Bluebell snack bar is, and you'll get the same answer. Moo. Why not? Classic Moo bars are 12 packs of rich, decadent chocolate-dipped frozen vanilla treats. Any other questions?
Bluebell tastes just like the good old days.
Look for Bluebell frozen snacks at Fuller Foods in Colorado City and United Supermarket in Snyder.
Are you looking for an experienced general dentist who can meet virtually all of your dental needs without having to go out of town? Dr. David Ward can. Of course, he and his team gently provide cleanings, beautiful white fillings, crowns and bridges, dentures and partials. But Dr. Ward also does all of the following: sedation, orthodontics, root canal treatment, implants to replace teeth and retain dentures, oral surgery, including wisdom teeth and implant placement, and laser gum surgery. Dr. Ward can even provide wonderful relief to some medical problems, including snoring, sleep apnea, migraines, and TMJ pain with highly effective FDA-approved therapies. At Dr. Ward's, most insurances are filed and accepted with copay. Qualified no-interest financing is also available. His high-tech office is in the beautiful historic Rock House on the corner of 15th and Scurry. See his website at davidwardDDS.com. Dr. David Ward. Gentle, beautiful, high-tech dentistry right here in Big Spring.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Garen Skates with your K-Best Radio Group News. It's Tuesday, August the 5th. The time is 7:09, and it's 75 degrees on the outside. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. Paul Bernard Hildreth, who is awaiting arraignment in the Howard County Detention Center on charges of burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit assault and attempting to elude a police officer, had his bond set at a total of $46,000. Hildreth, a registered sex offender, was arrested on charges that he entered a woman's home and was discovered inappropriately touching her 6-year-old daughter. From our news partners at CBS 7, one person was injured after a crash in Howard County yesterday. The crash occurred on Highway 87 about 5 miles south of Big Spring. According to Midland DPS, the driver of an 18-wheeler clipped a truck that was towing a trailer. The 18-wheeler then tried controlling and correcting the skid, but instead rolled over and landed on its side. The driver of the 18-wheeler was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The search continues for the suspect in the assault and stabbing of an 85-year-old Big Spring woman. The suspect is believed to be 6 foot tall and 200 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS. That's 432-263-8477 or 432-333-TIPS. There's a $20,000 reward for the arrest and indictment of the suspect in this case. The sketch of the suspect can be seen on kbestmedia.com. If you are the parent or guardian of a Big Spring ISD student in grades 1 through 5, Big Spring ISD asks that you stop by the elementary campus the student will be attending this fall before August the 15th and bring proof of residency. Any monthly bill or bank statement with a street address will work. Meet the teacher night for all elementary campuses will be Thursday, August the 21st. Contact the registration office at 264-3622 for more information. Also, Big Spring ISD registration begins August the 19th and school begins August the 25th. Keep Big Spring beautiful, and HEB invite everyone to join them to help in the beautifying efforts at Comanche Trail Lake. They are asking volunteers to meet at 9 a.m. Saturday, August the 23rd at the Dora Roberts Community Center. You are asked to bring rakes and gloves. Call Peggy Hopper at 214-773-6775 for more information. Leadership Big Spring has announced that their first class will be September the 11th. Applications that have gone out by mail are due back to the Chamber of Commerce by August the 15th. Space is limited, so if you need an application, call the Chamber office at 263-7641. United States Congressman Randy Nagebauer will hold a town hall meeting in Big Spring today at 3 p.m. in the Hall Center for the Arts on the Howard College campus. The town hall meeting is the first of 9 and part of America Speaking Out, an effort to increase dialogue between Americans and Congress. The public is encouraged to attend. Also, the congressman is scheduled to be at today's noon Rotary meeting, which also meets at Howard College. Governor Rick Perry has announced the state is offering $2.3 million from the Texas Enterprise Fund to bring SpaceX's commercial rocket launch facility to Cameron County. Contingent upon final approval of local agreements and receipt of additional required permits, this facility will purportedly create 300 jobs and place $85 million in capital investment into the local economy. There was little change in the drought conditions from last week, with a decrease in statewide reservoir storage, which undid the gains from the previous week. El Nino is projected to have a 70% chance of developing this summer and an 80% chance of developing this fall and early winter. Drought statistics show that 58% of the state is currently in a moderate to exceptional drought stage compared to 88% a year ago. Just in time for back-to-school shopping, the Texas sales tax holiday is August 8th through 10th. The law exempts most clothing, footwear, school supplies, and backpacks priced under $100 from sales and use taxes, which could save shoppers about $8 on every $100 they spend. All sales of qualifying items made during the holiday period qualify for the exemption, including items sold online or by telephone or mail. The layaway plans can be used again this year to take advantage of the sales tax holiday. Texas Comptroller Susan Combs estimates shoppers will save nearly $83 million in state and local sales taxes. Join some of our K-Best personalities at Saturday's Relay for Life Men in Black event. The Sid Richardson Carbon and Energy Team Brisket and Beans Cook-Off will be held at the Big Spring Eagles Lodge. Entries are to be turned in by 4 p.m., and plates will be available for a donation. There's also a beanbag tournament with team sign-ups beginning at noon and play beginning at 2 p.m. So head on out for a good cause and say hello to some of our K-Best personalities. In local obituaries, Paul Merrill, age 61 of Big Spring, died Saturday, August the 2nd. Private family services will be at a later date. Arrangements are under the direction of Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Funeral services for Dina Kadeen Walden, age 97, will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home in Big Spring. Visitation is prior to the service from 10 a.m. until noon. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. Betty Ruth Green, age 85, of Big Spring, formerly of Jal, New Mexico, died Friday, August the 1st. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow at the Jal Church of Christ in Jal, New Mexico. Interment will follow at the Jal Cemetery. The family suggests memorials to the Alzheimer's Association, Greater West Texas Chapter. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. The KBST news time is 7:16. This portion of your news is brought to you by Myers & Smith Funeral Home. We'll be back with more news, sports, and a look at your weather right after this.
A funeral service is more than an end to life. It's a remembrance, a special time to commemorate all that person meant to us.
My dad meant so much to us. It was hard to know where to begin.
Our caring staff will help you make it a fitting farewell with sensitivity, compassion, and respect.
Myers & Smith Funeral Home and Chapel.
KBST news time is 7:16. It's time for sports with our KBST sports director, Gooney.
Thanks, Garen. The Texas Rangers had their game cut short last night due to a rainout in the 7th inning in Chicago against the White Sox. The Sox got the win 5-3. Game 2 of that 3-game series from Chicago tonight with the first pitch at 7:10. And that game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros traveled to Philadelphia today to take on the Phillies after a night off last night. That first pitch is at 6:05. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds begin their 3-game series against Tulsa at home tonight. That first pitch is at 6:30 from Citibank Ballpark in Midland. And in local sports, the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition is now underway at the Big Spring Air Park. The competition will continue throughout the week, and you can keep up with the competition by using the live tracking tool through the link at kbestmedia.com. I was out there yesterday. The National Hang Gliding Competition is well underway at the Big Spring Air Park. Day 2 of the competition included a long task with the pass over Andrews and finished back in Big Spring. I got the chance to speak with Lori Coker, a Big Spring native and driver for one of the hang gliding crews.
I listen to the radio and they call in with their coordinates and tell me where they're at. And if for some reason if they go down, then I know punch in the GPS and take off.
I spoke with Lori about how she got involved with the competition.
Found them classifieds and a job posting for hang gliders and drivers, and I called them.
Not only was this Lori's first year to be involved with the competition, this was her first time attending, and she definitely plans on returning.
Watch them take off. That's the most, it's all fascinating, but I had no idea. I'll be here every year from now on.
Lori even had some advice for the rest of the community and shares her favorite part of the event with KBST.
Everything is awesome.
And to keep up with the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition here in Big Spring, go to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney and the KBS Sports Center.
KBST News Time is 7:19. A complete look at our Howard County weather right after this.
Pastor Courtney Ballard and the good folks at the Circuit Riders Cowboy Church of Howard County would like to invite you and your family to their Sunday worship services at 10 o'clock. Bible study begins at 9. Cowboy Church is located south of Big Spring Elementary School at the corner of Farm Road 818 and Nichols Road. Dress is casual. Come join us for old-time gospel and country songs. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday.
And a look at your Howard County weather here on KBST. Mostly sunny and a high around 92 today. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, warmer, a high around 96. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a low around 75. And on Thursday, mostly sunny and warmer yet, a high around 98. And Thursday night, partly cloudy and a low around 75. Your KBS News time is 7:20. This portion of your news is brought to you by the Circuit Rider Cowboy Church. Coming up, local birthdays and the sweetheart of the day on our sweetheart, Gooney in the Morning, right after this on KBST.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did. He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
Ladies Dazzling Decor invites you to feel the power. When your phone battery is low, put it in your purse and get charged. That's right, put a dead phone in your purse and pull it out fully charged, thanks to the Mighty Purse. It's a stylish leather purse that charges your phone on the go. Yes, the Mighty Purse has a smartphone charger built in. The Mighty Purse at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry. The Mighty Purse. Feel the power on the go at Dazzling Decor on 13th and Scurry.
It's never too late to enroll at New Hope Christian School for newborns through 12. New Hope offers a Becca curriculum with loving Christian teachers, after-school care, and transportation available for most area schools. Hot, nutritious breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack provided. Stop by 118 Cedar Road or go to newhopebigspring.com. That's www.newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference New Hope can make in your child's future.
We're sending you back to the future.
Your child's future depends on their education, and Nazarene Christian Academy continues to provide you with a choice in that education. With kindergarten, first grade, and second grade coming in 2014, they provide a Becca curriculum with certified, loving Christian teachers. For more information, go to newhopebigspring.com. See what a difference Nazarene Christian Academy can make in your child's future.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
It's showtime.
All right, showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
Showtime. Showtime.
Let's bring it in. It's showtime, right? Hurry it up.
Broadcasting live from the K-Best Studios in the Spring City. It's the morning show you wake up to hear. Gooney in the Morning with Gooney.
It's hard to think of words in the morning.
And Heather.
And I'm dyslexic and ADD.
Yeah.
Whoa.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That escalated quickly.
Are you ready?
Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way.
Welcome to Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. It is Tuesday, August the 5th, 7:23, here at the K-Best Studios. Gooney here with you this morning, getting you up and on your way. I want to give a shout-out to everyone that's listening and not this morning.
Where is not located?
All two of you. North of here, like kind of between here and Ackerley.
So we don't have a very good audience in Knott, or are there only like two people?
Yeah, there's just not a lot of folks that live out there.
Yeah,
Not lot of
it's
them
a
at
small
all.
community.
But they all listen.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. We like the people in Knott.
That's right. We
Both
got,
of them.
we got
All the twos of yous.
Charles Sagona with us this morning.
What's going on?
We got Heather in the house.
Hey, guys.
All twos of yous.
All twos of yous.
Good stuff. Hey, we're going to be giving away free food here in just a few minutes. Just a few minutes. We got to get some birthdays out of the way first, though.
And while Gooney's getting the birthdays now, would be a time to remind you, get that secret word of the day from the kbestmedia.com website.
That's right.
It's up, and we're going to ask you shortly for it.
Yeah, that's coming up here really soon. We have a Debbie Valverde had put some birthdays here on the Facebook. She's going to wish a happy birthday to Alex Caruth. Happy birthday, Alex. Debbie's also wishing a happy birthday to Sally Grant. Happy birthday, Sally. Debbie also put a special message on here just for you, Heather.
I know.
She put, good luck, Heather, in the house. You're going to fly like an eagle and then crash like a mosquito.
Watch your mouth.
Joking. Now, I had some birthdays on here too, just some birthdays from my Facebook page. Happy birthday to Sally English, listening over there in Clyde, Texas. It's Whitney Major's birthday. Happy birthday, Whitney. Also, happy birthday to Marie Wilson and Eric Barber. Happy birthday, Eric. If you're having a birthday or anniversary out there, we here at Gooney in the Morning want to wish you a very special birthday. Who's the sweetheart today, Heather?
Our sweetheart today is Miss Laura Mae Pollard.
Which, according to Garen, it's me. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. But he said, up next is a sweetheart of the day with your sweetheart of the day, Gooney. Thanks, Garen.
Well, you're always a
Appreciate
sweetheart.
Guys
that.
can't be sweethearts.
No, we can't. We can't do that. So our sweetheart of the day today, Lori
Laura
Mae.
Mae Pollard.
Laura Mae.
Why don't you leave the
That's a
sweetheart
pretty
to the
name.
right person?
That's a pretty name. Sorry, I wanted to look at it. Laura's going to be receiving a beautiful rose and a bud vase from the fine folks at Face Flowers. Come see Laura today. Be sure to congratulate her on getting Sweetheart of the Day. Thank her for everything she does and give her $1. Be sure to give her $1.
Just gonna out Gooney. He needs glasses, and
I do.
He picks things up and he puts them all the way up to his nose,
I can't see.
and then he still can't read.
Oh, no.
You don't even count. You can't even read.
It's my blood sugar. That's what it is. Diabetes. Got the diabetes in me. I need to get glasses. I'm going to have to do that. Let's go with some food. You want to?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What,
I got
what
a range.
What's our range, Heather?
My range is 26 to 38.
2638. We're going to give away a free meal for two down to Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. If you know the correct number that Heather's picked out between 26 and 38, give us a call. 263-KBST, 263-5278, and we'll hook you up with a free meal for two down there at Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. Hey, since today's Tuesday, it is Heather's favorite day, Chicken Strip Day. From 11 to 3, that's the lunch special. And then from 4 to 8 this evening, the dinner special is pork ribs. All you can eat pork ribs for only $10.95 down there at Brenda's Hilltop Cafe. Hey, we got a call coming in. Let's see if they know that number. Hi, you're on Gooney in the Morning. What's your guess between 26 and 38?
32.
32! Right off the bat. Wow. Were you watching the camera?
No,
YouTube?
sir.
Man, because Charles had just held it up for the camera, too. That is awesome. You guessed it right off the bat. Who are we talking to?
Wes Montgomery.
Wes Montgomery. Well, congratulations, man. What are you up to this morning?
I'm working.
Where do you work at?
Out at Sid.
Out at Sid?
Hey, my dad just retired from there.
Yeah.
I know your dad very well.
That's awesome.
That's cool
That's
stuff
awesome.
right there, Wes. Well, hey, Wes, do you eat at Brenda's Hilltop very often?
Yes, sir, I do.
Awesome. You enjoy it down there?
I really do.
It's some good stuff, but you know where the K-Best Studio is located here on Johnson Street?
I sure do.
All right, Wes, you can just come by between Monday and Friday at between 9 and 5 and pick up that free meal for two down there at Brenda's. Appreciate you listening, man. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you.
Have a good one, Wes. Be safe out there.
Bye, Wes.
There we go. Wes Montgomery. Nailed it. We hadn't had one of those in a while.
A
either.
long time.
I remember there for like the first 6 weeks, Heather did numbers game. Like people would get it right
Yep.
off the bat. Just bam, bam. But it's been a while, so congratulations, Wes.
It's a good sign that today's a good day for hang gliding.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
No.
All right, to bring everyone up to speed, Heather is going to be leaving shortly to make her way down to the airport, and where she is going to go up tandem, and she's going to call in, and we're going to let her broadcast live as long as she keeps the foul language to a minimum.
Yeah, you're going to have to.
When I say minimum, I mean 0.
It means no.
No.
Not at all.
However, if you weren't up at 6 o'clock this morning listening to Gooney in the Morning, Heather went out to the air park yesterday to practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a little practice.
I did.
She did. They gave her a dry run to kind of show her what everything was, and she didn't know it, but Gooney was also at the air park. He was doing an interview, so he got some audio.
Yeah, I got some audio. Here's Heather yesterday practicing at the airport. Now, I don't know when hang gliders put in roller coasters.
So, yeah, everybody knows that that's not me.
I like how you can hear the Texas Giant in the background.
All of us just like, oh, my God, stop.
But, yeah. Stop. It's going to be fun. So stay tuned. We'll have Heather broadcasting live while she's up there.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's a cool thing. It's a really cool deal that you get to do there, Heather.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
Yeah.
You should be super green Jello.
It should be. Hey, we still got those tickets we're going to be giving away to the Music and Madness tour. Be sure to sign up for the K-Best Club and check out the secret word of the day at kbestmedia.com. We got TSN coming up right here on KBST AM and FM.
Good morning. This is Morning News Break from the Texas State Network. I'm Mitch Carr. The EPA is holding a public hearing today in Galena Park.
The federal agency is considering tougher emissions controls for oil refineries. Dozens of people are expected to testify about living near the refineries, and the industry will talk about the financial burden of new rules. The EPA proposal would require refiners to place monitors to track emissions of the carcinogen benzene, upgrade storage tank emission controls, and regulate flaring. The suggested rules represent the federal agency's first attempt at monitoring refinery emissions. Kurt Lewis, TSNU.
The private space flight company SpaceX has chosen South Texas as the location for a launch pad.
It took more than $2 million in incentives, but Cameron County Judge Carlos Casco says it's worth it.
The job creation that this company is going to create is going to be significant for us, not including all the indirect jobs that'll be associated with it.
In addition to growing the aerospace industry, he says the launch pad on Boca Chica Beach will provide opportunities for kids to learn science and math and inspire a new generation of Texas engineers and innovators. In San Antonio, Michael Board, TSN News.
A former Houston area elementary school music teacher has pleaded guilty to federal child pornography charges. Derek Gossett entered a guilty plea to 2 counts. Authorities say he had worked at Anderson Elementary School in the Spring Independent School District at the time of the offenses. A report from Bankrate.com shows Texans pay more than any other state when it comes to mortgage costs, the closing costs. Bankrate's Holden Lewis says that includes origination fees.
Then we're also looking at certain third-party fees, and those are things like the appraisal, the credit report, survey and employment verification, that kind of thing.
The report says costs in Texas add up to just over $3,000 on a $200,000 home loan, translating to about 20% more than the national average. American Airlines is dropping meals for premium passengers on some shorter flights. Beginning September 1st, American will offer snacks instead of a meal for first and business class passengers on most flights under 2 hours and 45 minutes. The American's merger partner, U.S. Airways, is doing the same. American's website says the change affects flights in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. Still to come on TSN Morning News Break, 2 men being questioned in Willacy County, and a Border Patrol agent is dead. Now this.
This is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ. This is the stop sign of Texas.
And now just swinging at the whistling line drive to left center field. It's a base hit. It's taken on the second.
Baseball is America's national sport, with more words written about it than any other sport.
Here comes the pitch. And there goes the line drive.
It is exciting to watch a game.
There's a drive into left center field. That ball is going to be.
When you're getting ready to go to a game, check your vehicle. If you need a part, call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to auto parts. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Welcome back to Morning News Break. 2 men are being questioned in Willacy County in an incident that left an off-duty Border Patrol agent dead and his father wounded. Javier Vega Jr. was killed Monday while fishing in the Santa Monica area. The Willacy County Sheriff says similar holdups have happened to people who were out fishing in that area. The 2 abortion providers challenging provisions of the new Texas abortion law are expected to wrap up their case today. TSN's Austin Bureau Chief Chris Fox says that the clinics are trying to prove that the tougher standards are medically unnecessary and offer an unconstitutional limitation on women seeking abortions.
The president and CEO of Whole Women's Health, Amy Hagstrom Miller, is expected to take the stand. She's one of the plaintiffs in the case.
HB2 is an injustice to those in Texas seeking the legal right to end an unwanted pregnancy safely.
Stephanie Toti of the Center for Reproductive Rights is arguing the case on behalf of the clinics.
I expect that, whichever side wins this case, there's going to be a full appellate process.
Fifth Circuit again?
Fifth Circuit again, yeah.
In March, the Fifth Circuit defended the constitutionality of an earlier challenge to the law. In Austin, Chris Fox, TSN News.
The Princeton Review is out with its rankings of the best colleges. TSN's Diane Hodges reports there are some Texas schools on the list.
UT Austin made the list for having the 10th best health services for students and staff. Author Rob Franek says Southwestern University in Georgetown also made the list, ranking number 8 for best career services.
So many schools are doing such a superlative job about their career services centers, allowing students first year through senior to access the programs that are at those career services centers. And Southwestern University is doing a spectacular job in this regard.
Franek says, unfortunately, Southwestern ranked 11th for the worst food. Texas A&M ranked number 1 for most conservative students. And Rice University ranked number 2 for best quality of life. In Austin, Diane Hodges, TSN News.
The state of Texas is part of 2 large studies on how algae affects drinking water. Too much blue-green algae can produce what's called microcystin, a harmful toxin which can cause abdominal pain and vomiting. Terry Clausen is with the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality.
There's a large Auburn University study funded by the U.S. Geological Survey that Texas and many other southern states are participating in. And then there's also another study by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on several reservoirs in the state.
It was high levels of microcystin recently discovered in Lake Erie that caused a water ban in Toledo over the past weekend. A new report from the Tax Foundation is casting doubt on the savings available from the sales tax holiday in Texas.
Starting Friday for 3 days, Texas shoppers won't pay sales tax on a list of back-to-school items. State officials claim it could save shoppers more than $82 million. But Tax Foundation economist Liz Mollum says such claims are inflated.
We argue that they're just a political gimmick because they're not meaningful tax reform. They just add complexity to the tax code, and they're a pain for businesses to administer.
She says their report shows many shoppers merely shift which days they buy tax-exempt items. Texas is one of 16 states offering a sales tax holiday. Chuck Schechter, TSN News, Fort Worth.
A mega church in Amarillo has expanded again. The Amarillo Globe News reports Hillside Christian Church is merging with a California mega church. Adventure Christian in Roseville, California, becomes Hillside's 8th location and increases Hillside's total weekly attendance to more than 13,000. 8,000 of those at Hillside's Amarillo West campus, still the biggest of the bunch. A petition drive to repeal an anti-discrimination measure in Houston came up short.
The anti-discrimination ordinance protects gay and transgendered people at work and on the job. Critics said it stepped on their religious beliefs. They needed 17,000 plus signatures to force a repeal vote. They got 2,000 less. Ads against the ordinance focused on who could use what bathrooms. Houston equality advocate Noel Freeman says,
they said that the transgender people were men in dresses and they were going to attack you in the bathroom. And so it's the same tired argument they've been using for the last 40 or 50 years.
He says 18 states and 183 cities in the U.S. have laws similar to the one in Houston. He expects those opposed to this measure will now try to take their case to court. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
And still to come, Mike Rogers.
He's got the best beard in America, and he swears he never gets food in it.
I have a way of tying it up. It's top secret, but I'm pretty good at it.
I'm Mike Rogers. We'll have more coming up on the other side of the news.
As Morning News Break continues. Now this.
Air
Jose. Big city styles, small town prices. Have you seen Hair by Jose's new studio in downtown Big Spring? Hair by Jose is at 109 East 3rd Street and carries top-of-the-line hair products including TG, Bedhead, and S Factor. Hair by Jose. Big city styles, small town prices. Book an appointment today by calling 714-HAIR. 714-HAIR. See the new location at 109 East 3rd Street in downtown Big Spring. Hair by Jose.
Have you noticed an increase in the traffic? That means the boom is on. Little bitty country roads, city streets, and highways are crowded with trucks hauling oil field equipment. You're probably driving more these days, too, with the beginning of school. When you wear out a part on your pickup, call Westex at 263-5000. You'll find the part you need so you can get back in all that traffic. Westex, the folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
TSN's morning news break continues. Mike Rogers takes a look at the other side of the news.
The best beard in the world? You'll find it on the chin of a guy named Bert Kinney. He's 26 years old from Olympia, Washington. And what do you do for a living?
I'm a bass player in a rock band called Hitchkick.
So I suppose you've heard all the ZZ Top jokes.
Oh, yeah.
Although, truth be told, his beard puts theirs to shame. It was good enough to win the recent World Beard and Mustache Championships. How long have you been growing this?
It's been, 6 years.
And it is impressive.
It's brown, kind of with auburn highlights.
You know what I'm talking about. Not down to his belly button. So, no, it's not the longest beard out there, but this contest is about more than just length.
This is more about, health and symmetry and, style.
Which is why Burke uses only the best shampoo on his beard.
I also trim it a lot to promote health. I mean, it grows kind of uneven at the bottom, and you get split ends, and it starts thinning.
So every couple of months, he pulls out the scissors, and the end result?
It just hangs straight down. It doesn't grow big and round like some people get,
Not a big Santa Claus beard.
Exactly, yeah.
Of course, having a world-class beard isn't always easy.
It gets caught in a lot of things, and, weather affects it.
Yeah, rain is a real problem.
There's a lot of wind. That can be troublesome. You have to be careful around people who are smoking.
Yeah, I would think so. One problem that Burke doesn't have, though, is getting food in his beard.
I have a way of tying it up. It's top secret, but I'm pretty good at it.
So what's it going to take for you to shave it off?
At this point, I'm not really planning on shaving it. I would have to probably do it for, a cause, like a noble cause or something like that.
But until that happens... And I'm Mike Rogers with the other side of the news on TSN.
Thanks, Mike. And now let's take a look at sports across the great state of Texas. Here's TSN's Chris Schneider.
Thank you, Mitch. Good morning. Baseball last night. The Rangers come up short to the White Sox, losing 5 3-7 innings. The Rangers have dropped 4 in a row now. Astros had last night off. They'll be busy tonight on the road in Philly. As for football, Cowboys and Texans continue to gear up for their first preseason game. Texans will play their first preseason game on the road in Arizona Saturday. The Cowboys will play Thursday night in San Diego. Former TCU quarterback Andy Dalton gets a contract extension with the Bengals, 6 years, $115 million. Former A&M quarterback Johnny Manziel took his first team snaps at Cleveland camp yesterday. Brett Favre will be inducted into the Packers Hall of Fame. He will also get his jersey retired. The agent for Tiger Woods says it's too early to know if he'll be able to play in the PGA Championship tournament this week. He had to withdraw last week with back trouble. Chris Schneider, TSN Sports.
And that is Morning News Break for Tuesday, the 5th of August. I'm Mitch Carr, TSN News.
Hello, I'm Craig Holstead, the pastor of the First Presbyterian Church here in Big Spring, Texas. Did you know that the First Presbyterian Church has been in Big Spring for over 120 years? We've been around that long because we've stayed true to our purpose of proclaiming the gospel of salvation in Jesus Christ and living to be His tangible presence in the world today. People have asked me, what does it mean to be a Presbyterian? What do Presbyterians believe? I tell them the Presbyterian Church is a Christian denomination whose roots are found all the way back in the Protestant Reformation that began in the 1500s with people like John Calvin. We believe the Bible is God's inspired word for us and portrays the history of God's love for this world, a love shown most fully in the life, death, and resurrection of His Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. The Presbyterian Church. We've been here a long time. If you're looking for a church family, come join us this Sunday at 11 a.m. The First Presbyterian Church, a church home with room for you.
If you're thinking about buying a new vehicle or fixing up your property or taking a much-needed vacation, give the State National Bank a call at 264-2100. We can take care of your personal banking needs. You'll find experts who can get you to the place you want to be. Tell us what you need and leave the rest to us. We're your locally owned and operated bank, and we've been in business since 1909. People you know, tradition you trust. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Casablanca would like to thank everyone for voting them the best Mexican food restaurant in town. Casablanca would like to remind everyone that they will be closed from Monday, August 4th through Monday, August 18th for vacation, but will reopen on Tuesday, August 19th and get back to serving those delicious, authentic Mexican dishes you love. Casablanca wants to thank everyone for their business, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Casablanca, 1005 La Mesa Highway in Big Spring.
Don't take a chance with your family's comfort. Trust Delcoats Heating and Air Conditioning. We provide our customers with quality products at a reliable service. Hi, I'm Delcoats, here to tell you not to wait till the last minute to get your AC serviced. Delcoats Heating and AC offers many services to make sure summer season is comfortable, cool, with low prices and remarkable service. Our products are trusted to bring energy efficient, quiet, and consistent comfort to your home. So don't hesitate. Call Delcoats Heating and AC at 714-4688.
Westex Auto Parts keeps an up-to-date inventory of transmissions, engines, and rear ends for late model pickups. It's the place to go to save money when you're faced with big problems with your pickup. Westex has been supplying drivers of late model pickups with parts since 1947, so you can count on fast, courteous, and dependable service. Call Westex at 263-5000. The folks in the know when it comes to parts for late model pickups. Snyder Highway, Big Spring.
Just because you can't see him doesn't mean he's not doing the truffle shuffle. It's Gooney in the Morning on KBS 95.7.
And welcome back to Gooney in the Morning here on KBST AM and FM. It is Tuesday, August the 5th, 7:46 here at the KBS Studios. Gooney here with you, getting you up and on your way this morning. I'm going to give a shout-out to everybody listening up in the air this morning. If you're hang gliding with the KBS app, listening to us, big shout-out, which I don't guess they're up there flying around yet. But
not yet.
They will be. Charles Sagona with me this morning.
And we're going to go live to it whenever she gets in the air.
That's right. Heather is not in the house right now because she is on her way out to the airport getting geared up for her tandem flight. And we have Belinda Bolter on the line with us. Speaking of hang gliding, good morning, Belinda. How you doing today?
Good morning, Gooney. I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Thanks for calling us in this morning again. I know yesterday you had the task to go, I guess, a little ways east and then over to Andrews and back to Big Spring. How did things end up yesterday?
Well, things ended up really well. People got back to goal about 7:30 last night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the winner was another Texan, Chris Zimmerman. He's from Georgetown up by Austin.
Nice.
And it was an 87-mile triangle, and he did it in about 3.5 hours.
Now, Belinda, did you guys go with the alternate task yesterday?
Yes, we did. We did. They got out there, and they realized that the wind was light and that they could do a triangle. And so, we had a green task and a red task up there on the board at the pilot briefing, and then at the last, they're all out there set up, and everyone said, we're going to do the alternate task. So everyone was very happy about that. We ended up also, because the wind kept changing, we ended up changing where we launched from 3 different times. So,
wow.
But the good thing about that was for a while they were launching right next to the bleachers, so people got a good look at what was going on.
There you go.
Yeah, that was good. we ended up, because people were getting back so late, it ended up that there were like 7 or 8 people who landed within 12 miles of the goal. Like they flew all that way. It was 87 miles. And in fact, David Segura was short by 300 yards. So that's always heartbreaking when you're watching your friend come in and you just can't quite make it inside the start circle.
Right.
We decided maybe just the way the weather's been lately, the lift is developing earlier than most years that we've experienced. So we're going to move everything an hour earlier. We're probably going to have the launch open at noon today. We're going to have the pilot briefing at 10. And that'll give people a chance to fly in the best part of the conditions, the best part of the day. That's what we really try to have.
Perfect. Now, Belinda, do you have any idea what today's task might be?
No, it's always a secret. The task committee meets at 9 today, and they'll look at the map and they'll figure out. But chances are good. I see that we're going to have light south winds, north winds today, but still light winds. And so that gives us a good idea that we'll probably try to have another triangle.
Now, Belinda, when we talked on Community Calendar, we talked about a new feature that was experimental that you guys were trying out, which is the live tracking on the website. How's that going for you this year?
Well, it's going well. In fact, yesterday, 4 or 5 of us were sitting in the airport terminal in air-conditioned comfort watching the race.
Nice.
Now, we don't have all 48 pilots. They have to have an Android smartphone.
You had about 30 on there yesterday, correct?
In order to do it. So it looks like there aren't that many people in the race, but you can get a good idea who's, how they are, how far away they are from the goal.
Right.
What you can see the course, like yesterday you could see on a map where the triangle was, where the waypoints were, and you could see who was getting around those turn points. So it was fun. We were cheering for our favorites.
And if you want to follow the live tracking, you can go to ozreport.com. That's ozreport.com/2014 BigSpringNationals.php, and we have that address. We have that link on the hang gliding article on kbestmedia.com.
That's right.
Oh, that's great. And you can also see a link to the full results, the cumulative scores, and the team scores. And there's actually another way you can see how the race is going called Spot. So you can get a pretty good idea of how the competition is shaping up.
All right, Belinda, we have our own Heather Gentry. She's going to be going up tandem. She's on her way to the airport right now to get ready for that. For somebody who's going to go up and do the tandem flight, what's the experience like for the first time?
Well, it's a little bit scary just because you don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
But really, it's not all that fast, Once you get started, the tow plane, you're hooked up to the tow plane. You're on a cart, so you're not going to have to run or do anything like that. And you're with an instructor, a very experienced person who's going to launch the glider, steer it, control it.
Right.
You're there having a good time. Of course, people are always nervous for the first time, but once you get up, then you release, and then everything's quiet. You kind of fly around. You relax. You can try your hands on the controls to see how it steers, how you change direction and speed, and it's a lot of fun. You get a different view of your hometown, and it's kind of peaceful up there, really.
Excellent. Okay, tandem flights, if anybody's interested, they can contact Russell Brown, 352-516-8616, and we have that number up on KBS Media as well. Belinda, thank you for joining us, and join us tomorrow and update us on how everything's going.
I will. Thanks a lot, Charles and Gooney. Have a great day.
Thanks a lot, Belinda. You do the same. There we go. Belinda Bolter right there with the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition going on at the Big Spring Air Park right now. It's great that she calls in every morning and keeps us updated on that, because that's a really cool event that goes down here in Big Spring. A lot of folks would like to get out there, maybe not have a chance to get out there early in the morning to recap and everything. So it's really cool that she calls in and keeps us up to date.
And you know what's really cool? I like it, and I try to follow it, but I don't know much about it. So hearing it from her, having her describe things and kind of let me know what to look for, that helps me out a little bit, and hopefully it helps other people out a little bit. The website to track, again, is ozreport.com/2014BigSpringNationals.php. And if you're like Heather and you're interested in those tandem flights, the tandem flights are $100.
That's not bad.
No, not at all. And you can contact Russell Brown, 352-516-8616. We're going to be going to Heather live in the 8 o'clock hour.
That's right.
And so we're going to have your local news at 8. We're going to have community calendar, and then we're going to go to Gooney Overtime. And during Gooney Overtime, we're going to go live to Heather, and we're going to try to talk to her and see what she feels and see what that experience is like. So we've been making fun of her all week, but I'm jealous because
she's lucky she gets to do this.
At some point this morning, I'm going to be sitting in a studio, and she's going to have a bird's eye view of Big Spring.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not so jealous, but it would be cool. And but that website where you're tracking stuff, I've actually been checking that out and keeping up with it. And they're doing a fantastic job keeping everything up to date.
Right.
You can go to kbestmedia.com, and like Charles was saying, just click on the hang gliding article that's right there, and it'll give you the link for that. Just to recap what Belinda was kind of saying, after yesterday, Chris Zimmerman, he had got the win. He's from Georgetown down there by Austin. In the sport class, it was Jim Whiteman. He's also a USA person too, a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. USA definitely representing at the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition.
And you know what, Gooney? We have a hang gliding themed secret word of the day, we're going to give away some tickets. So the first person, 263-KBST-263-5278, who calls and gives us our secret word of the day, will win
4 tickets.
4 tickets.
Yeah, family 4-pack.
Gonna throw in a CD?
Yeah, I'll throw in a CD too. We still got several of those left, so I'll throw in a CD of your choice between Mark Lowry, the Martins, or Jason Crabb. 263-KBST-263-5278 if you have that secret word of the day. And you'll get 4 tickets, which this is a great family event. It's going to happen this Thursday at First Baptist Church here in Big Spring. There's going to be a Grammy Award winner there with Jason Crabb. The Martins are just fantastic. Mark Lowry has the voice of an angel, and he's funny.
Yeah.
Tops it all off.
And I've said this before, it's difficult to do clean comedy.
It is. Oh, trust me,
it's
for
pretty,
someone who's done comedy before.
It's pretty easy to go Def Comedy Jam, but to keep it clean, 100% family friendly, it's difficult. It takes talent. You got to work those jokes. They just have to be funny.
Right, yeah, definitely. So they'll be doing it right out there for sure.
All right, Gooney, I have our You're Doing It Wrong for the day.
Let's hear it.
And this one's borderline because it's kind of wrong, but I kind of like it as well.
Nice.
And we're not – okay, so we know that a lot of people are going to Amazon.com. They buy things and they leave a review.
Right.
Well, there's a review on Amazon.com from a guy from Ohio. Yeah. His screen name is The General. And he left an Amazon review a few months back for the Honeywell Wi-Fi Smart Thermostat. It's a thermostat that you can control remotely from your smartphone.
Yeah.
He gave it 5 stars. And Gooney, listen to this. The reason why he loves it is because he said that he can mess with his wife who cheated on him and then kicked him out the house. So he's no longer living in the house.
Wow.
So every once in a while, he ends up going to the smartphone. He's thinking about it, and he's like, let's drop the temperature down to 40 degrees.
Wow.
And then he's like, sometimes, you know what, I'm going to crank it up to 80, 90 degrees. And he said when they're going on vacation, he's just going to mess with it and run their electricity bill up. So
good. That's what she gets.
So The General, you're probably going to be doing it wrong because after he admitted to this, I mean, it's only going to be so long before she figures out, hey, I got to disconnect this thing, right?
Right. So he's doing it wrong, but he's kind of doing it right, too. Karma. You're doing it right. That's what it is right there. That's awesome. Hey, we got Craig Ferguson, fire chief, coming in this morning on a community calendar.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Exciting. We'll see if he can call me out a little bit more. I hadn't talked to him since he called me out for the Comanche Warrior Triathlon, which I'm still participating in.
I talked to him last week. We talked about the.
Oh, really?
We talked to the Midnight Run.
That's right.
And
Friday.
yeah. And Gooney, tomorrow we're going to talk about Texas Tech. They unveiled a new campus food truck, and that is a very cool thing, and I'm going to tell you why it's cool. But you got to listen to Gooney in the morning tomorrow.
Definitely. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for that. What was your favorite part of today's show, Charles?
My favorite part hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting for Heather to go up in the air. It's going to happen on Gooney Overtime sometime in the 8 o'clock hour. So after community calendar, we're going to go check and see if she's strapped in and ready to go. I'm thinking, you know what? It brings me back to the Coyote and Roadrunner cartoons. I'd like to think that they have a slingshot out there that they get you ready instead of the tow plane.
Shoot you out. Well, we got to listen to her a little bit. She practiced. All right. That'd have to be my favorite part of the show, was listening to Heather practice there, because it was hilarious and it made us laugh. And remember, if you're not laughing,
you're not living.
Recreation and social life, you might be ready for the Big Spring Country Club. There are hundreds of reasons to join. What's important to you? Great golf? Your own swimming pool? Home style, casual, or fine dining? It's okay to ask, what's in the club for me? Because membership isn't for everyone. Is it for you? Find out at the Big Spring Country Club. This could very well be the lifestyle change you're looking for. Call and schedule a visit, 267-8241.
You've got commodes, sinks, faucets, bathtubs, food disposals, pipes, hot tubs, swimming pools, water heaters, and they all need fixing on occasion. Who are you going to call? Gartman. That's right, Gartman. You usually think of Gartman when you have a problem with heating or cooling, but Gartman does plumbing too. Gartman, when you need a plumber or help with air conditioning and heating, 267-9000.
With the news you need, when you need it. Howard County's news leader, your K-Best Radio Group News.
Good morning. I'm Garen Skates with your K-Best Radio Group News. It's Tuesday, August the 5th. The time is 8:01, and it's 75 degrees in the outside. Your complete weather forecast is coming up. Paul Bernard Hildreth, who is awaiting arraignment in the Howard County Detention Center on charges of burglary of a habitation with the intent to commit assault and attempting to elude a police officer, had his bond set at a total of $46,000. Hildreth, a registered sex offender, was arrested on charges that he entered a woman's home and was discovered inappropriately touching her 6-year-old daughter. From our news partners at CBS 7, a person was injured yesterday in a crash in Howard County. It occurred on Highway 87 about 5 miles south of Big Spring. According to Midland DPS, the driver of an 18-wheeler clipped a truck that was towing a trailer. The 18-wheeler then tried controlling and correcting the skid, but instead rolled over and landed on its side. The driver of the 18-wheeler was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The search continues for the suspect in the assault and stabbing of an 85-year-old Big Spring woman. The suspect is believed to be 6 foot tall and 200 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact Crime Stoppers at 432-263-TIPS. That's 432-263-8477 or 432-333-TIPS. There's a $20,000 reward for the arrest and indictment of the suspect in the case, and the sketch of the suspect can be seen on kbestmedia.com. If you're a parent or guardian of a Big Spring ISD student in grades 1 through 5, please stop by the elementary campus. The student will be attending this fall before August the 15th and bring proof of residency. Any monthly bill or bank statement with the street address will work. Meet the teacher night for all elementary campuses will be Thursday, August the 21st. Contact the registration office at 264-3622. Registration for this year begins August the 19th. And school begins August the 25th. Keep Big Spring beautiful, and HEB invite everyone to join them to help in the beautifying efforts at Comanche Trail Lake. They are asking volunteers to meet them at 9 a.m. Saturday, August the 23rd at the Dora Roberts Community Center. You are asked to bring rakes and gloves. Call Peggy Hopper at 214-773-6775 for more information. Leadership Big Spring has announced that their first class will be September the 11th. Applications that have gone out by mail are due back to the Chamber of Commerce by August the 15th. Space is limited, so if you need an application, call the Chamber office at 263-7641. United States Congressman Randy Nagebauer will hold a town hall meeting in Big Spring today at 3 p.m. in the Hall Center for the Arts on the Howard College campus. The town hall meeting is the first of 9 and part of America Speaking Out, an effort to increase dialogue between Americans and Congress. The public is encouraged to attend. The congressman is also scheduled to be at today's noon Rotary meeting that meets at Howard College. Governor Rick Perry has announced the state is offering $2.3 million from the Texas Enterprise Fund to bring SpaceX's commercial rocket launch facility to Cameron County, contingent upon final approval of local agreements and receipt of additional required permits. This facility will purportedly create 300 jobs and place $85 million in capital investment into the local economy. There was little change in the drought conditions from last week, with a decrease in the statewide reservoir storage, which undid the gains from the prior week. Drought statistics show that 58% of the state is currently in a moderate to exceptional drought stage, compared to 88% a year ago. It's also reported that El Nino is projected to have a 70% chance of developing this summer and an 80% chance of developing this fall and early winter. Just in time for back-to-school shopping, the Texas sales tax holiday is August 8th through 10th. The law exempts most clothing, footwear, school supplies, and backpacks priced under $100 from sales and use taxes, which could save shoppers about $8 on every $100 they spend. Texas Comptroller Susan Combs estimates shoppers will save nearly $83 million in state and local sales taxes. Join some of our K-Best personalities at this Saturday's Relay for Life Men in Black event. The Sid Richardson Carbon and Energy Team Brisket and Beans Cook-Off will be held at the Big Spring Eagles Lodge. Entries are to be turned in by 4 p.m., and plates will be available for a donation. There is also a beanbag tournament with team sign-ups beginning at noon and play beginning at 2 p.m. So head on out this Saturday for a good cause and say hello to some of our K-Best personalities. From the It's a Whopper category, a Texas fisherman is still shocked he was able to reel in a massive tiger shark in the Gulf of Mexico. Ryan Spring says it took him almost 7 hours to get the 809-pound fish into his boat. The meat went to a local homeless shelter. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department says the almost 13-foot-long catch does not even beat the state record for a tiger shark, which is over 1,100 pounds, set in 1992. Remember to check out KBST on Facebook and on the web at kbestmedia.com. In local obituaries, Paul Merrill, age 61 of Big Spring, died Saturday, August the 2nd. Private family services will be at a later date. Arrangements are under the direction of Myers & Smith Funeral Home. Funeral services for Dina Kadeen Walden, age 97, will be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. at Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home in Big Spring. Visitation is prior to the service from 10 a.m. until noon. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. Betty Ruth Green, age 85 of Big Spring, formerly of Jal, New Mexico, died Friday, August the 1st. Funeral services will be held at 10 a.m. tomorrow, that's Mountain Standard Time, at the Jal Church of Christ. Interment will follow at the Jal Cemetery. The family suggests memorials to the Alzheimer's Association, Greater West Texas Chapter. Arrangements are under the direction of Nally Pickle and Welch Funeral Home. Online condolences may be made at npwelch.com. The KBS News Time is 8:08. We'll be back with a look at your sports and weather right after this.
All the reasons to drive only a mile for a smile. Compare our prices. See for yourself. We have the best deals available. Buy local. Receive first priority service. The sales staff are eager to put you in a new or used immaculate vehicle. Come to Pollard, 1501 East 4th Street. They've been making drivers happy for 53 years. Drive away happy. Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Your KBST News Time is 8:08. It's time for sports with the KBST Sports Director, Gooney.
Thanks, Garen. The Texas Rangers had their game cut short last night due to a rainout in the 7th inning in Chicago against the White Sox. The Sox got the win 5-3, Game 2 of that 3-game series from Chicago tonight with the first pitch at 7:10. And that game can be heard on the mighty 1490 KBST AM. The Houston Astros traveled to Philadelphia today to take on the Phillies after a night off last night. That first pitch is at 6:05. In minor league baseball, the Midland Rockhounds begin their 3-game series against Tulsa at home tonight. That first pitch is at 6:30 from Citibank Ballpark in Midland. And in local sports, season tickets for the 2014 Steer varsity football season are on sale at the Big Spring ATC. Ticket books are only $20, and that includes 4 home games. Tickets are available Monday through Thursday between 7:30 and 3:30 and must be purchased by August 14th. And the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition is now underway at the Big Spring Air Park. After yesterday's task, Chris Zimmerman from Georgetown, Texas is in the lead. The competition will continue throughout the week, and you can keep up with it by using the live tracking tool through the link found at kbestmedia.com. I was out at the competition yesterday. The National Hang Gliding Competition is well underway at the Big Spring Air Park. Day 2 of the competition included a long task with the pass over Andrews and finished back in Big Spring. I got the chance to speak with Lori Coker, a Big Spring native and driver for one of the hang gliding crews.
I listen to the radio and they call in with their coordinates and tell me where they're at. And if for some reason if they go down, then I know punch in the GPS and take off.
I spoke with Lori about how she got involved with the competition.
Found them classifieds and a job posting for hang gliders and drivers, and I called them.
Not only was this Lori's first year to be involved with the competition, this was her first time attending, and she definitely plans on returning.
Watch them take off. That's the most, it's all fascinating, but I had no idea. I'll be here every year from now on.
Lori even had some advice for the rest of the community and shares her favorite part of the event with KBST.
Everything is awesome, and more people need to come watch.
For more information and to keep up with the U.S. National Hang Gliding Competition here in Big Spring, go to kbestmedia.com. This is Gooney and the KBest Sports Center.
Your KBST news time is 8:11. And a look at your Howard County weather. Mostly sunny skies today and a high around 92. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low around 74. Tomorrow, mostly sunny and warmer, a high around 96. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a low around 75. And on Thursday, mostly sunny and warmer yet, a high at 98 degrees. And Thursday night, partly cloudy skies and a low around 75. The KBST news time is 8:11. I'm Garen Skates, and this has been your K-Best Radio Group News. Coming up, community calendar, but first, the Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith, brought to you by the Churchwell Agency.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. The governor was a book salesman. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
I'm Professor Burke from the University of Farmers, and this is a pop quiz. How is insurance like fast food? Answer, for savings, the combo is the way to go. Yes, you want fries with that, and yes, you want to combine your auto and home policy with Farmers to save hungry. Hundreds. I got to stop scheduling these recording sessions so close to lunch.
If you want answers about saving money, you want a Farmers agent. We are insurance.
We are Farmers.
Tommy Churchwell is your local Farmers agent carrying life, commercial, and oil field insurance at the Churchwell Agency, 2303 Goliad.
John Breeden is the county judge of Washington County and a past national commander of the American Legion. When he and Rick Perry finished their freshman year at A&M, they sold Bible reference books in Festus, Missouri.
Neither one of us took a car along. We arrived about 2 o'clock in the morning. And they said, well, here is the post office. We're going to drop you at the post office. Every Sunday afternoon, we're going to have a sales meeting. We'll pick you up and kind of take you to the regional area where people get together for a meeting. And so we'll always pick you up at the post office. Good luck. And they drove away. And we both had our suitcases and our pillow and sample books that we would sell. And we're standing on the post office steps at 2 o'clock in the morning watching that car drive away saying, what have we got ourselves into? We literally laid our stuff out and kind of laid down and went to sleep. And I know what woke me was when a car come to the post office, and they're looking, saying, what are these bums doing out here in the sidewalk? But we got up and said, we need to get us a place to live. And we started talking to folks, and they said, well, the Methodist Church is 1 block over. Go talk to the pastor. I bet he'll tell you something. And he told us about a lady that had the old family home, a beautiful Victorian home, and she was an old maid, and she was the last of her family that was living there. And so she had some rooms to rent out, and we rented a room and stayed with her for the summer. We'd get up in the morning, go down and eat breakfast at the local restaurant, and we'd go our different ways. We had the town divided in two, and we'd go door to door, knocking on doors and selling books, and come back together at night and then go eat supper and talk about what we did during that day. And we did that 6 days a week. On Sunday afternoon, we'd go to the sales meeting and had an interesting summer.
Years later, both men returned to Festus, and the town gave them a big welcome. A newspaper did a front-page story about them.
The reporter did something like, yesterday there were 2 guys who in 1969 were working their way through college and were here selling Bible reference books. Now, that don't sound like a story, does it? Until you realize that today one of them's National Commander of the American Legion and the other's Governor of Texas. And so I snipped that and sent it to Perry and said, look who got top billing.
Washington County Judge John Breeden of Brenham. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the sound of Texas.
DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas. How does your typical Texas mom stop the afternoon munchies?
Mom, we're hungry!
With a quick stop at DQ. From great DQ desserts like the S'mores Blizzard to classic dip cones, shakes, sundaes, and more. For the best treats and eats in Texas, there's only one place to stop. DQ, this is the stop sign of Texas.
Convenient, personalized dental care at an exceptional value for the entire family. That's the foundation of Abbeville Dentistry. Our doctors make it easy for you to get the quality dental care you deserve on your schedule and your budget. Abbeville Dentistry has been providing locally owned, state-of-the-art dentistry to the community with services like same-day appointments and cleanings and extractions. At Abbeville Dentistry, we don't believe you should have to pay anything to find out what's wrong. That's why your new patient exam, x-rays, and consultation have always been free. That's a $278 value. We offer an in-office savings plan, are providers for the Affordable Care Act, and accept most insurance. Schedule your appointment today. Call 432-271-3046. That's 432-271-3046. Or visit BigSpringSmiles.com. Experience the difference. Experience Abbeville Dentistry. Offer not valid with third-party remuneration. Doctors Youngblood Shar, Capella General Dentist, Abbeville, LLC.
This is your Action News reporter again at the scene of Back in Motion Chiropractic, where another amazing incident seems to have occurred. Pardon me, sir. Did you see what happened here at Back in Motion?
Yeah, I did. He looked like an ordinary man, but I believe he was a superhero. He took Ethel's head and adjusted her neck real gentle-like, and she came out a-smiling. Took her pain away in a flash. Come back here, Ethel!
There you have it. Pain has once again been eliminated at Back in Motion Chiropractic.
You're listening to KBST AM and FM. It's time for the KBST Community Calendar, a daily program that focuses on the issues and events that affect our community.
Good morning and welcome to KBST's Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning, and we have a special guest here in the studio. We have Mr. Craig Ferguson with us.
Good morning.
Debbie Wegman here with us as well.
Good morning,
Thank
Gooney.
y'all for stopping in. Glad
Sure.
to have y'all. It's always fun to have y'all on Community
Oh, well,
Calendar.
thanks for having us. We appreciate it every time.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You bet. Today you guys are going to be talking a little bit about Texas Tech alum.
Yes.
Yeah, let's hear it. What we got?
Local Howard County Area Texas Tech Alumni Association. Right. We're doing really good. Golf tournament went great. We earned a lot of money for scholarships.
Awesome. It's huge.
Oh, yeah. We did around $10,000 with the golf tournament.
Wow.
And looking for next year to be bigger and better. We've already started planning for that and kind of getting things together and getting the preliminary stuff because it is a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but it was well worth it to be able to raise the money that we did so that we can give some great scholarships to our local students to attend Texas Tech.
And that's what's great is there are tons of Texas Tech alumni around Big Spring and Howard County.
Oh, yeah. I can't count how many there are, but I know that we have on our active list
over almost 400 people on our active alumni list.
Wow.
So
that's amazing right there. Now, and you guys, how long have you been doing this tournament to help raise money for scholarships?
This was actually our first golf tournament.
Was it?
The Texas Tech Alumni Association here in Howard County has only been reactivated about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Craig kind of came up to me one day and said, "Hey, is there a Texas Tech Alumni Association around here?" And I said, "Well, there used to be, but we haven't been active in quite a while." And he said, "Well, let's get it going again." So we kind of got together, and we've started having regular meetings, and got a good group of local people that are dedicated to Texas Tech and want to come and help us out.
Well, you had that Texas A&M alumni running around Howard County, so you had to step up your game a little bit, Craig. That's
yeah. Well, that's. I mean, we didn't have to step it up a lot because they are Aggies.
Oh, there we go. There it is. That's what I was waiting for.
We'll have to get Jim Clemens and them on one day, and we'll do a banter back and forth.
Yeah, you better watch out. He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, you're right. He is. He is. I better not challenge him too much.
Yeah, right. No, that's fantastic though, because I mean, school's expensive. I mean, that's one thing that is definitely a true statement, and it seems like every year it gets more and more expensive, and kids need help. I mean, scholarships are a big part of getting kids to school, and there's a lot of kids out there that getting the scholarship could determine if they go or not.
That's true. A lot of kids, when you talk to them, and their parents, they say, if I didn't have even this little bit of money, I couldn't have gone.
Right.
Because books are very expensive. You're going to spend $1,000, $2,000 on books depending on your major and what you're doing. So books are very high. Cost of living is very high. Of course, tuitions and fees, and you have to have a computer.
Right.
Those kinds of things. It's very expensive to go to school, and we want to help out. This year we helped out 3 students.
Nice.
And next year we hope to help out as many as we possibly can. And we'll come back here later on this year and early next year and talk about scholarship for the spring of 2015.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of events coming up, though. School is almost back in session. 2 days have started. Volleyball, football, band.
That's right.
Has all started yesterday.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And we got a couple of things going on. Texas Tech students who are living in the dorms can check into the dorms as early as Saturday, August the 16th.
Okay.
Well, here our local alum, we're going to have a back-to-school send-off party for all new incoming students, whether you're a transfer student or a freshman, and current students, which are listed there of Howard County and area students, Coahoma, Forsyth, Big Spring, Borden County, Garden City, Stanton, I think Colorado City, just all over the area.
Right.
Anybody's listening to us probably is involved. It would be a part of our chapter, and there's almost 300 current students going to Texas Tech from our area.
That is awesome.
We would love every one of them to come out and bring their families. On August 14th, that's a Thursday at 6 p.m. at Dora Roberts Community Center. We're going to have some food. We're going to do hot dogs and hamburgers and chips and sodas and whatnot. We're going to have some prizes to be given away.
Yeah.
We'll have a representative from Texas Tech, the admissions office. We'll be here on site giving away some free goodies and answering any questions that students or parents may have. So, it should be a really good time. And, students can get to know each other. If you're a first-time student at Tech, it can be a little bit intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
The size of the campus and the amount of people there.
Especially if you come from a school like Forsyth or Oklahoma, a small school, and go to a big university like that, that's definitely intimidating.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually have already, we've mailed out cards to all the local students in the area, and have already been hearing back from some of the students that are going to be attending. So if you are a student at Texas Tech or going to be a student this fall, please come out and join us. We would like to know if you're going to come, just so we know how many people to prepare for. So if they could just call me or text me at 466-9009, I'd be happy to put you on the list.
There we go. Awesome. Well, we're going to take a real quick break here in just a minute. We'll finish up talking about Texas Tech alumni and the great association that you guys have here in Howard County with Craig Ferguson and Debbie Wegman here on Community Calendar on KBST.
Mark Lowry is coming your way.
I used to have ADHD, but y'all, I dropped the H. I'm too old to be that hyper. I'm now just attention deficit disorder. And what was I talking about?
The Music and Madness Tour. Mark Lowry in concert featuring Jason Krabs. And the Martins. 7 o'clock this Thursday night at First Baptist Church in Big Spring.
Mary, did you know?
Tickets are available at First Baptist Church, online at marklowry.com, and by phone at 855-223-1008.
People my age are having babies now. By the time the babies are out of diapers, the parents are in them. Hey, this is Mark Lowry, and we're coming to see you. Some things never change.
7 o'clock this Thursday night at First Baptist.
I remember the look on our kids' faces when I told them we were going to Schlitterbahn. You'd think I just told them that school was canceled forever. I remember how excited our 10-year-old got when he saw the miles of tube chutes and slides, the waves, the rivers, and the thrilling adventures. Our teenage daughter was so excited she even forgot that her cell phone was stashed in a locker. And believe me, that's saying a lot. I remember the whole family sharing tubes and holding on for the ride. That's right, my kids were actually sharing. Even my husband was laughing like a kid again. And that was just when he found out that parking was free. We shared a lot of fun on our family vacation to Schlitterbahn, and I'll hold on to the memories forever.
Hold on to your family and summer fun at Schlitterbahn Water Parks. With unique experiences in New Braunfels, Galveston Island, and South Padre Island, there's something for everyone. Purchase tickets, make resort reservations, and view water park schedules at schlitterbahn.com.
It's the hardest, coolest time in Texas. We're going to Schlitterbahn.
And now, let's get back to Community Calendar on KBST.
Welcome back to Community Calendar here on Gooney in the Morning on KBST AM and FM. Gooney here with you this morning. I have Fire Chief Craig Ferguson and Debbie Wegman in here. We're talking about Texas Tech alumni and just the amazing things that you guys do. You provide scholarships for some local students, and you're doing a really cool just a get-together here pretty soon, too, for Texas Tech. Just anyone who's gone to Tech or planning on going this fall. And
anyone who, like you said, has gone to Tech, if you're a Tech alum or if you're planning on going, it's really, like I said, a back-to-school send-off party.
Right.
Students that are up there, again, if you're a first-time student and you don't know anybody, and this would be a great chance to get to know somebody else who may have already been on campus, who has been there and experienced things, and may know a little bit of inside information that would be good for you to know. Like, don't park on campus without a parking pass because you will get a ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Because that can always be one of the most intimidating things when you're first going to school, straight out of high school, and say you're moving and going to a big university like Texas Tech, and you're staying in the dorms. Just meeting a new person that's going to be your roommate that you're about to share a room with, for the next semester is pretty intimidating. So stuff like this is great because now you can actually meet someone that may be from the area that's going to go down there too, and you can have someone to talk about your roommate to and talk about it behind your back.
There you go. They've had similar experiences as you because they went to Big Spring, Kahoma, Forsan, or one of these schools, and they've been up there for at least a semester or so. I know a couple of people from Kahoma that plan on being at this party that are incoming freshmen.
Okay.
And then also there's a couple of people that I know that have been up there for 1 year already, and so they'll have some insight, and there'll be somebody familiar. Maybe you're going to share a class. Maybe you'll just be in the same building at the same time, or whatever. But it'll be a good thing, I think, and we're really looking forward to it. It should be a good time.
Awesome. And more information on that, just if someone's wanting to go out and join you guys.
Well, I believe I need to check with my wife. She's the Facebooker in our family, but we have the Facebook page at Howard County Texas Tech Alumni. If you just search that on Facebook, we have information about our meetings and about any fundraisers or scholarship fundraisers, that kind of stuff. We do our meetings regularly the last Thursday of every month.
Okay.
And we try to meet 6:30.
Yeah.
And just get together and talk about what's going on.
Right. Okay, awesome. And you have a raffle that's coming up here pretty soon too, right?
Right. We've got the Guns Up Gun Raffle.
There we go.
This is our second big scholarship fundraiser for the year.
Okay.
And, excuse me,
What we're doing is we've got 3 different prizes totaling $3,500.
Wow.
Yeah, we're giving away the value of a Beretta 686 12-gauge shotgun, and that's valued at about $2,000.
Yeah, that's most of it right there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a Springfield M1A1 valued at $1,000.
Wow.
And a Winchester 3030 lever-action rifle valued at $500.
Nice.
That's first, second, and third prize, and we're only selling 300 tickets.
Wow, those are pretty good odds right there.
Yeah, so it vastly increase your odds. Tickets are $50 a piece, and you can contact several people, Debbie or myself. Oh goodness, we gave out lots of tickets.
Probably even go to the Howard County Texas Tech Alumni Facebook page.
You can go to the Facebook page and get a list where you can get tickets. But
okay, great. And Debbie, is there anywhere else specifically where they can get tickets from you?
Well, yeah, I have them at my office. So, if people want to come by the office and get them, they're welcome to do that at 215 West 3rd. And like I say, or catch any other Texas Tech alumni that you know, and or give me a call and we can get them to you. Like I say, my cell phone number is 432-466-9009. If you're interested in tickets, you can call me there, or also if you want to attend the kickoff party.
Right. And you can always give us a call here at the station, 263-KBST, 263-5278, if you need more information, and we'll point them in the right direction on how to get that information.
Yeah, absolutely. Just tell people to get a hold of us. My cell phone is 432-213-3837. Or again, you can call me, at the office or something at 264-2304.
Okay,
and we'll get you figured out and hooked up on either one of these events.
There we go. And these raffle, that's a limited supply. Only 300 are going to be sold, and it's going to a great cause. It's going to help fund someone's education. So,
yeah. And they're going fast. They're going fast.
And we're gonna do the drawing at our October meeting. So October the 30th, is that the right date?
That's
correct?
The right date.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a couple of months to get them sold, and but I think we'll sell out well before then. But that's when we will do the drawing. Is there at our meeting.
All right, great. Well, thank you guys both so much for coming on and talking about Texas Tech alumni and all the great things you do here in the community for all these the students and stuff, for progressive students and potential Texas Tech students.
As always, thanks for having us. One of these days, Melinda's is going to put us on the payroll because we're here so much.
Have to. Yeah, going to have to. All right, well, thanks a lot. We've been talking with Craig Ferguson and Debbie Wegman today about Texas Tech alumni. For more information, you can check out our Facebook at facebook.com/KBS957. You've been listening to Community Calendar. I'm Gooney here on KBST. Stay tuned for Gooney Overtime coming up next.
You've been listening to the KBST Community Calendar on KBST AM and FM, on KBST.com, and